1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost the weekend and you don't know what to do. Or you just need something fun to listen to.
Southside Pod!
Yes, we're on the air.
Pod.
And with gangs all here, all things on the South Side. Thanks for tuning in to the Southside Pod.
All right, you got your guitar ready to
Got
go?
my guitar ready.
Good. So I wanted to add.
I don't know what to sing about that.
I wanted to add more music into the
more
show.
music.
All right.
Way more
And
music.
so I wanted him ready, and I figured we've got so many things that we've talked about in the last couple
A lot of things we've talked about.
episodes that.
Oh, you want me to sing about one of the things we talked about?
Well, I think I'm trying to come up with something for you to
Okay.
sing about. Like we talked about the Bears being back,
Yeah,
and
talking about the Bears.
we talked about me Little League coaching.
Little
and,
League- oh, yeah, Little
Yeah, we
League.
talked about that. We had the Blue Island
Dating.
Mayfest and the Quarryman run in
Mayfest,
Lamont,
okay.
and yeah,
The
my
dating
daughter
apps.
almost killed us all stacking stuff up against the water heater,
Right,
and I
right,
spilled
yeah, the
beer
water.
all over the
Beer
place.
on
and
the
Spill the
thing.
beer. Spill the beer.
The beer?
Yeah,
Ready?
yeah. Let's go.
Really? I got one in a much more sturdy glass this time. It's like a tank. Shouldn't spill.
Sitting down in the basement and we're getting drunk as hell. Except for Chris Lanuti, who's not drinking, as you can tell. He's got the non-alcoholic beer sitting in his glass. But someone needs to tell him that he's about to be an ass and spill on the board. Spill on the board. Spill on the board. Spill on the board.
I spilled on the board.
Chris Lanuti is not drinking beer, and me and the ferret are just over here. We're singing songs high and low, near and far, at the South Side Pod, 9-foot home at Oak Brook Bar. But oh no, Chris just spilled on the board, spilled on the board.
Spill on the board.
Chris just spilled on the board, spilled on the board.
Spill on the board.
He spilled on the board. The only thing that makes this good is Mike only knows 3 chords, and that's a very, very good rhyme for spilling on the board. Mike and Bill and Mike, singing all night long. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, Chris spilled on the board.
Spill on the board.
Chris spilled on the board. Spilled on the board.
Spill on the board.
Chris spilled on the board. This is very unlike our host, Chris. And the fact that he spilled on the board means that you'll probably never hear this, 'cause he spilled on the board.
Spill on the board.
He spilled on the board. He spilled on the board.
Spill on the board.
Spilled on the board. Spilled on the board.
Spill on the board.
Spilled on the board. Spilled on the board. Spilled on the board. Nice job, Chris. Why'd that work one take?
It's amazing.
Doesn't happen often.
One take. It's incredible. This portion of Southside Pod brought to you by Tom Walsh, your Edward Jones financial advisor. He's local, experienced, down to earth, and a friend of this show. He actually helps me with my money, and he takes care of bills as well. Get to know you approach and a do the right thing attitude. That's what you're going to get from Tom. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? You give him a call, 773-779-0023. Call somebody who is invested in your success and has been doing this for over 2 decades. Doesn't matter where you're at in life. Just starting out, getting to the end, somewhere in the middle. Stop in and see him on the corner of 111th and Kedzie. Tom Walsh, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. The best part about that song that leads off the show is that I want to say we recorded on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was all pissed off because I had spilled a non-alcoholic beer on the board. You know this now. You remember this. Remember this? I'm refreshing your memory.
The best part is that the song got recorded and the board didn't fry and lose everything.
And I'm still using the same board.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like,
does it work better?
Yeah, right now it works the same.
Okay.
A couple of sticky buttons, but right now it's generally working the same.
We all have a couple of sticky buttons.
all, especially at this age.
True.
We all have it. And sometimes you got to pay for that.
Some are stickier than others.
So the best part was right after that song, I think we recorded on a Sunday. Monday morning, the whole divorce took like a 180, miraculous. It's been 9 months of hell. Oh my God, what is happening?
Fast tracked, huh?
It was crazy. So I was all pissed off when we recorded because we had yet another hearing.
Right.
And they're just a big waste of money. Divorce is a giant money suck. And I was like, I'm just losing money and nothing's happening here. And the judge never gets involved when it comes to the kids. They get this guy called a guardian ad litem, who's really just a lawyer who you are bound to pay. Yeah. So he can just bill you for whatever he wants to and just, you know what I want to do? I want to interview you again. We already asked and answered these questions because he makes money off the thing. It's not the judge's fault. It's the system's fault. Yeah. He has to give you this guy. And then you're just at this guy's mercy. So this is the guy who decided that I needed to stop drinking, even though I wasn't here at the alcoholic domestic that occurred at my house.
How does a guy like that sleep at night, though?
I don't know.
Probably on brand new silk sheets, right?
Giant pile of money is what he does. He was a guy who actually so here's the thing. So we've talked about on the show, I don't want to get into it too much, but there was a domestic at the house. Alcohol was involved. I was not here. The divorce occurred as a result of it. It was the straw that broke the camel's back, and Dad said, the kids are staying with me. You need to go get help, right? This guy says to me at one point in the process early on, I don't want you to drink. And I go, logically, why not? I wasn't there when this horrible thing happened. Right. He tells my attorney, and this is great, he needs the drink so bad he questioned me. She goes, no, he didn't. He just asked why. That's a natural thing. He didn't do the bad thing.
Looking for an explanation,
right.
Not a,
his
oh my God, why?
Oh no, but listen to his reasoning. His reasoning was, imagine if I told you you can't eat pickles during the divorce. If you ask me why can't I eat pickles during the divorce, clearly you're addicted to pickles. And I said, no, that I would be asking you why I can't eat pickles during divorce because what does the pickles have to do with divorce? Like, that's the stupidest analogy I've ever heard. He must have repeated it like 12 times. So that was why I was drinking all the non-alcoholic beer.
That's why you were drinking the pickle juice.
I was drinking pickle juice. Like, that's what I was doing. It was so stupid. So anyway, we go to hearing.
Can I get a pickle back? Oh, you want tequila with that? No, just the pickle back.
Right. We went to hearing after hearing after hearing. And every time we went to a hearing, the judge would get to the end of the thing and be like, all right, everything's staying the same. Like, the kids are staying with Dad, right?
Yeah.
So we got to a point where this mope tried to go, you know what? I mean, something bad happened that day, but I don't know if it'll happen again. So, my recommendation is everything just go back to normal and blah, blah, blah. And my attorney just simply goes, Judge, I would just like you to look at that police report one more time and just kind of take a moment. And then what do you think? And he's like, oh, yeah. Kids are staying with Dad. Like, it always happened that way, right?
What are the chances of it happening again?
It was the most, you know what?
Let's roll the dice on those children.
It was the most backwards logic you ever heard. And the judge was kind of like, yeah, we're gonna keep things going the way they are, and we're gonna do this, this, and this, and we're gonna keep proceeding as planned. So that happened on the Friday. We recorded on Sunday. I was frustrated because I was losing a ton of money. You could see it in that show. I'm so pissed off when I spill that fake beer. I'm pissed off. I'm drinking fake beer.
We liked it.
You guys thought it was
a good show.
Right? I'm pissed off, right? And then on Monday morning, very quickly, one conversation with her led to another conversation, led to an agreement in theory about the children for the rest of their time as children by like Wednesday, led to it entered into the court as an actual bound thing. And in the end, it was the exact same thing that I brought up as a possibility. Like, what if we do it this way at the end of September? 9 months and $20,000 later.
Not enough money when you brought it up.
Right. And the guy with the pickle analogy, all of that just to get to what that was. Yeah. And you know what? I'm so happy about it. It's liberating. I am drinking my bourbon again on the rocks.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Toast you. Everybody's happy. And the good news is this.
To pickles.
To pickles. To pickles. Yeah. And screw that guy too. To pickles. The best news is this. The agreement that we came up with was always meant to say, you're their mother. They deserve time with their mother.
Absolutely.
You just have to take care of you. And then the agreement was, I'm going to go take care of me. And I'm going to make sure I'm ready to be able to start over. And it was just one of those things where now you're kind of rooting for her. Like, I don't want to be married to her anymore.
That makes sense from the get-go, right?
Right. Look, I don't want to be married to her anymore. There were years of bad in this marriage. But if she gets better, if they get their mom the way that she's supposed to be, if in the end everybody's happy, you almost have to commend her because not everybody goes down into the garbage, right? Not everybody falls off the horse and actually gets back onto it. She's attempting to get back on the horse, so I give her all the credit in the world for that, and I wish her the absolute best. I really do. And it just took to get through that anger, right? I'm sure there was anger. I'm sure there was hurt.
Yeah.
To finally work your way back to, all right, that thing you said 6, 7, 8 months ago makes sense. And so now I'm happy. Like I've gotten so many messages since my blow up with the board. I had to tell the story because of the amount of listeners that reached out and said, dude, I've been there. Dude, I'm sorry. Dude, are you okay? Like strangers.
What a shame that it took, like you said, 9 months and $20,000 to come up with the most logical solution. And it's like something you want to do at the beginning, like just talk to the lawyers and the judge and be like, how much is it going to take to take care of this today? It's like going up to a girl at the bar and say, can I buy you a drink or you just want the money?
Right? Well, here's the thing. If I could, like, and here's the thing. It's not over yet. There's still the finances get worked out, but it's just a big, like, formula, right? How much do you make? How much do you make?
Right.
Who's got the kids this amount of time? Here's the formula. This is what everybody gets. It's really like there's no fighting anymore with this, right? There might be some like, hey, I'll give you this if you give me that. But there's nothing else.
Is that the point of them? Are they just like draining you emotionally so much to get to the point where I don't want to fight anymore?
Like, I don't care.
Maybe they are doing a good thing.
Honestly, I didn't care about anything except for the kids. So that's why it feels like it's over to me, even though it's not over, because what I wanted for the kids ended up happening. So now it feels like, all right, cool. They were the only point. I didn't care about the money. I didn't care about who wins or loses. I didn't care. Right. I just wanted what was best for them. And so my advice would be to the county of Cook and all other jurisdictions that do it this way. You shouldn't have a guy who's not a judge walk into the middle of a custody thing with parents and start making decisions before a judge actually hears facts. Like at no point were the facts of the case they never had to be presented and evidence never had to happen. So you could just say whatever you wanted to, make up whatever you wanted to. And this guy who really doesn't have any power in the end gets to make decisions because the dockets are so far behind. And it would make far more sense to have a 45-minute hearing at the beginning where the judge says evidence and then calls that guy and says, hey, these are the established things.
Right.
This is where you start at.
Right.
But everybody would spend a lot less money on their divorce. It's a mess.
Well,
they
really
don't want
is.
That. Well, I don't know who makes the profit off it. because that's the thing. That's the thing I'll never get. I'll never get who makes the money off of this, that it's such a backward system. I guess the lawyers make the money off it. Everybody makes money off it. I didn't make money off it. And that's why we'll be launching 22 new podcasts to pay for this divorce.
Including our new one, Pickles. The Pickles Podcast.
The Pickles Podcast. All about my obsession with pickles. Oh, man. I do need money, though. I got to figure it out.
Is that why you brought me here?
No. Well, here's the funny thing. So
I knew there was something.
I'm proud to announce that since it happened, like, you know, when you get a divorce, like you get like two incomes and all of a sudden it's one income, right? And I've had the house and them, and I've been
an adjustment.
Right. It's an adjustment. And so I've been fortunate that the podcast network has expanded enough that I basically made up for the loss of her. right? Like, so that's been a big accomplishment. All I really got to do now is figure out, how do I pay off the lawyers, right? Like, there's money sitting there. There's lots of money that I've got to come up with. And I'm like, I have no idea.
Free advertisements.
No, free advertisements aren't going to. Oh, for the lawyers?
For the lawyers.
They're not going to lay advertisement. Definitely not the guy with
Not
the
the pickle guy.
Pickle guy's not going to be. He's pissed right now. And I didn't even use his name, which I probably could have. Okay, but yeah. So I'm trying to figure that out. And I've been sitting around thinking of ideas. And one of the ideas that I had, because this is how I think now, I finally get to drink again, and I'm like, there are no brewery tours on the South Side. They're absolutely none.
Didn't they do that whole the tour, the trail?
There was a Dixie Highway Brewery Trail, and there was
don't do that anymore?
and there was a non-affiliated tour bus, remember, that used to do the trail.
Right, and then somebody got murdered.
And then the guy who was running the bus, allegedly, he and his girlfriend got to the end of a tour. He went across the street and got a hot dog, allegedly.
Right.
Came back, and he didn't bring her a hot dog.
No.
Or was an ice cream cone or something.
What did he bring her?
He mocked her.
Yes.
And ate it in front of the bus, and she allegedly drove over him, backed up on camera, allegedly. I keep saying allegedly because I've told the story before. They don't like when you tell the story. And then drove back over him. And then only when she saw squad cars.
What a tour, by the way. If you were on that tour, like maybe from out of town, like, this is great. Think it's like theater. Right. Like when you go on like the train and a cowboy robs you. Like, this is amazing.
Let me tell you something. This is a tip for all the young men out there. I learned this a long time ago without being run over by a bus. Hell hath no fury.
At least not figuratively, maybe a few times.
Hell hath no fury than a woman who you didn't bring an ice cream cone to and you're eating one in front of her. And if you stand in front of her bus and say, what are you going to do? Hit me?
Yeah.
She's going to hit you with the bus.
Eating a hot dog?
Whatever it was. Hot dog. Whatever
ice
it
cream.
was.
Oh, maybe it was ice cream.
It was
allegedly.
one or the other. I can't remember the story.
Who knows? It might have never even happened.
Nobody will ever know.
But anyway.
But allegedly, according to the newspaper
that
story
was the
that I
only
read
tour.
about, the story that I read about it, supposedly, then she drives off and she just leaves him there. And then the police.
Were there people on the bus still?
No, the bus, they were cleaning the bus. He left. He did do a jerk move. He left her to clean the bus and went and got an ice cream. And then came back while she was cleaning the bus.
I would have allegedly run him over too.
Right. So she sees all the squad cars coming down the street, is the story, and goes, I probably should go back and explain this, and turned around and went back to the scene of the crime. So yeah. And then for a year, that tour bus company was constantly contacting me, asking me if I wanted to set up a tour, and I would be like, "Aren't you in jail?" And then they wouldn't respond.
You have a collect call from the Cook County Jail. Would you like to accept?
Just want to get the tour bus set up for when I get out of the. I'm going to beat this case, and we're going to be right back to going to breweries.
I need the phone, man. Get off the phone. Give me your lunch.
Anyway, I was thinking about the idea of doing tours.
Totally hijacked that
I know.
story.
I was thinking about doing tours.
You were going to do a tour.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, I'm like, I would like to do
the nudies beer.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? People can go to breweries by themselves.
Yeah, but the idea is okay.
What's going to set you apart?
I get you a bus. We're going to have a bus. One of those limo buses. Are you
going to kill someone on your bus?
No, I'm going to pay for a driver.
Okay.
Because I want to drink with you.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So I'm going to get the bus. I'm going to give the tour. I'm going to give the tour. You get me. You get the bus driver.
History. What are we doing here? A little bit of.
We'll pick 4 breweries, let's say.
Okay.
We're going to transport you to 4 breweries on the south side, right? Okay. We're going to get you samples at the breweries. We're going to get the brewer to come out and talk. And if the brewer's not there, I know enough about these things because this is where I like to hang out as breweries.
Maybe we get an old Milwaukee brewer to like Raleigh Fingers. Is he still alive? Can he join the tour?
Not that kind of brewer. The guy who makes the beer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe we have a food item in there.
Oh, nice.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Included.
And cost-wise, I'm thinking that if I can come up with a way where about half the money is going towards paying for the bus and the driver and everything else like that, I'd say I'm making $20 a head and I do it twice a month, I could pay off the debt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. If somebody sat there and said you're going to 4 breweries,
why do I
you're going to 4 breweries,
bus?
You're getting a free beer at 4 different locations for $50 a head. And you get free transportation for the day and drive around and everything like that.
Why would I want to do that instead of taking an Uber to the brewery that I want to go to?
The Uber's got to cost more than $50.
But I'm just saying, what sets you? You got to have something that sets you apart.
Okay, well, this is why I'm hashing this out on the podcast and wasting everybody's time.
So you want me to come up with ideas?
Yeah,
okay,
work on
make you money.
Work on it during the commercial break and get back to
All
me.
right. Maybe me and Mike can be on there singing songs.
Did you see this thing that's going on lately? It's on social media. It's on the news. There's all kinds of people doing it. They're taking cicadas and they're putting the cicadas in shots of Malort.
You know what?
And people are drinking.
I have a few things that comment on that.
Good. I knew you would say this because guess what? I still don't understand the Malort thing.
First of all, I don't need another reason not to drink Malort. Second of all,
it's a Chicago tradition. It's what Chicagoans drink.
Right.
They all drink it. No, they don't. No, they don't.
No.
Nobody drinks this
stuff.
stuff.
It's always a trick to screw with people from the suburbs.
Listen, let me tell you something about Malort, okay?
It's
allegedly.
awful.
I'm going to say allegedly.
No one likes it.
Because I don't
sorry.
want Malort to sue me. But from what I remember. Allegedly. From what I remember.
Sue me. It's terrible.
Okay, from what I remember, when COVID hit and they had run out of hand sanitizer.
They used
Malort just took the flavor of Malort out of the hand sanitizer and instantly converted their product into hand sanitizer.
Yes.
You are drinking hand sanitizer,
that
essentially.
they purposely make smell worse. Somehow.
Like they were like, we got to get the Malort smell out so people will put it on their hands. But you should drink it.
They want to drink it again. Put that bad smell. Put that rotting garbage raccoon smell back into that hand sanitizer so they drink it again.
Their marketing people are just amazing.
Good for them, yeah.
They have found a way to get radio DJs. They found a way to get influencers.
It's hipster stuff.
They found a way to get bars to tell you that you're not a Chicagoan if you don't drink Malort. And I'm here to tell you.
Never had a shot, never will. Honestly, God, I don't even know if it's bad.
I tried it once.
Never will.
I sniffed it. I tried it. I regretted it. I will
That should
never
be a
do it
t-shirt.
again. Right?
That should be Malort's t-shirt.
I sniffed it. I
tried it. I regretted it.
Never again.
Never get on the back. Never get on the back. Malort. And there's a guy puking. Malort. For my second one, again, don't need a reason not to try Malort. Secondly, these bars are saying the word infused. This liquor is infused with the cicada.
Yeah.
I believe that takes time. I'm not an expert.
They're just
I'm not a
putting bugs in a
mixologist.
bottle.
All they're doing is a health code violation at this point.
Like if you go into a normal bar and you see just any liquor and there's little bugs in there,
they'll get shut down.
it's not infused. Those are bugs in the bottle.
You're putting a bug in a drink.
So if you take a cicada and you put a bunch of cicadas inside of a bottle,
Right.
that's not good.
No.
You don't do that.
The health code, they will shut you down.
Right.
They will put a sticker on your door and a lock and shut you down. And they should for this. It's not cute.
Strangest thing,
dumb.
and people are spending money on it.
Yeah, what a $4 shot of Malort is now like $6 because it has a bug in it? Jesus Christ. Like, it hurts my brain just saying that sentence. That's stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Listen, I'm here to say, as somebody who's a lifetime Southsider, born and raised in the Chicago city limits, okay? I'm actually from the city.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm telling you right now, as a Southsider who grew up in the city of Chicago with a 606 area code and a 312 phone number, okay? I'm telling you right now, it is not a Chicago thing. It's the same as people telling you that Chicago pizza is deep dish.
Correct.
When in reality, it's tavern style cut in squares.
It's become a Chicago thing for people that think it's a Chicago thing.
Right.
That's all it comes down to.
It's the people, and I know you love this place, it's the people that go to Portillo's when they could be going to like Johnny's Red Hots or something. Portillo's is really good. I said it as soon as I said it. I was like, it is really good. Like, it's
They
good.
did it right.
The burgers are good. I don't care about the hot dogs. I'll go to a regular hot dog, but the burgers are good.
But stop putting bugs in liquor.
Yeah.
They're capitalizing on this stupid thing. I'm surprised, during this whole rat hole thing, they didn't serve an old style with a rat tail in it for some reason. People, oh yeah, you got to do this. Do the rat tail.
Gotta have the old style with the rat tail.
Yeah,
Chicago.
Yeah, Cobra Lounge. Let's drink it there. Sorry if they were an advertiser, but
we don't have any.
I don't know where hipsters hang out.
We've got a couple of advertisers. Okay, this is a show that doesn't make any money.
I bet you know
every dollar this show makes pays for the production of the show.
Do we have any bars?
Huh? No, we don't.
On any of your podcasts?
We have a couple of them.
All right.
Cork and Carry at the Park and Cork and Carry Beverly are the sponsors of Socks in the Basement. They do not have bugs in their bottles.
Correct.
They are not doing Malort shots with cicadas. They are a reasonable
You're not going to find
bar.
You're not going to. Well, I can't say you're not going to find a bug in a bottle. I was going to say
not
at
there.
Hinky
Not
Dinks
there. At
or
Hinky-
right. I'm saying a nice Southside bar. They're not going to purposely put the bugs in there.
Right.
You might find them in there.
Right. Okay.
You're not going to drop it in and
I have
charge
only
them more.
reputable bars. I have that bar. I have Porter Cullen's that's in Evergreen Park right now, currently on the network. That is a traditional Irish bar, really nice place. And I have Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, which I'm going to tell you right now, that right there is the place to go for like a date night. I decided that when I get out there into the world, I'm taking them all there because you can get like
At once?
oh, they're gonna be like, oh God, this guy was on Tinder again. He just brought another one in.
Your
Like,
usual table, Chris?
yeah,
I've never been
They
here.
could do a time lapse where a different girl sits down at the same table. Like
Nice.
that's what it's gonna be.
Speed dating.
Speed dating. Yeah, exactly.
At Spoken Vine. I want to start a speed dating service where the girls are actually on speed.
Okay, but that would be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Right.
But here's
What is your story?
So I got an email
Oh, no.
because I think you go on one or two dating sites and that's it, man. You're just going to get all the crazy
You're in
stuff.
the system.
Oh God, I get texted now by AI women asking me my personal information.
Did you any get any like the mail order Russian things?
I haven't gotten that
Ukrainian?
yet.
No?
I haven't gotten that yet.
Tell
okay.
me. Let me know.
So here's the thing.
I
So, I'll let you know. I'll get you a deal. Okay.
I just need someone to clean my house. Well, I mean,
I get this email, and the email is a speed dating thing here in Chicago at a bar
you gotta go.
on the south side, and I want to go, right? Here's the
Do you
problem.
think my wife would let me go just for funsies, just to mess with these girls? Oh God, I want to go.
You want to come with me?
I don't think I'm allowed.
Here's the problem. The speed dating site says there are 2 nights. One night is 25 to 45.
Okay.
I'm 47.
Hmm.
The other night is 39 to 54.
Oof.
So think about this now. Hold on a second. You can go and dip down 20 years if you're 45,
Yikes.
but you cannot dip down 20 years.
54.
Yeah.
It's
if
not even that far off, but it just seems
it
far
seems
off,
too
doesn't
far
it?
off for me. Like now I have to get a
Like
fake
I picture one of the Golden Girls when I see that, right?
Right. Well, I think
we're close.
I think
that.
Rue McClanahan was like in her early 50s in the
But
Golden
the
Girls.
sad thing is we're close to
I
that,
know
but
we
it
are.
seems like it's
I don't feel
old,
that way.
right?
Here's the thing. Now I got to get a fake ID that says I'm 45 years old so I can go see the one that's got, because I don't want to. Like,
No.
I mean, I like women my own
can't
age.
even do it?
But you're telling me that I've got to like, I don't know. Are they going to card me?
Well,
That's the thing I'm
probably
wondering.
not.
Will
Well,
I get to the bar and will they card me or can I lie and say I'm 45?
You could lie, but there's no way if you actually start a relationship, can you imagine starting it on a lie like that?
I'm not going to marry her. It's going to end anyway.
You don't know.
It just gives me a good ending point. Right?
By the way, I'm 47, bitch. And run out the door.
I wouldn't be that crass.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh man, how do you end your relationships? Holy cow!
Not with
Are
starting
there
with a
some
lie.
ex-girlfriends of yours I got to check in
I
on?
didn't start with a lie. That's what I'm saying.
No, but it ended with
You
a
wait.
bitch.
Hey, you start with a lie and ends with a bitch.
That's terrible. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Southside Pod listeners, if you're looking for something to do and you like wine, Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie, an incredible array of wines, an amazing menu as well, the wines from all over the world, and you can get them in any kind of portion that you'd like. You can try out new ones every time you go in there because they're constantly rotating in new items. A 21 and over establishment, really cool, like a hotel lounge inside of that establishment. And then if you find something you like, you go to the bottle shop, you pick out that wine, you take it home. I don't know how you can't enjoy yourself at Spoken Vine, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. See more at SpokenVineWines.com. Our guy John Streets is having an
John
event.
Streets.
Okay, so
with
here
a
it is.
Z.
All right, here. John Streets, who's been in here before, is having his first ever Pride event.
Pride event. It is Pride
event.
Month.
It is Pride Month. He's having a Pride event, and he's having it at Sound Growler Brewing. I think I've got that right. Yes. Sound Growler Brewing's having a Pride artisan market. Beer, tacos, shopping, all kinds of rainbows. They're just, I would imagine you can get a rainbow everything.
Rainbow
at this.
tacos.
Rainbow tacos. They've got rainbow beer. They've got to find a way
They have to
to do that, right?
Rainbow,
there's a rainbow everywhere.
cicada malort shop.
Oh, there's got to be handcrafted, painted like rainbow cicadas.
Cicadas.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. I would imagine there'll be lots of rainbows. There's also going to be an awful lot of art there. It's on Saturday, June 8th at noon. Kicks off. Pride Art Decor, incredible lineup of vendors. Come on in, enjoy your, invite all your friends, and it's out in Tinley, Sound Growler Brewing. Okay?
John Straits always does a good job.
He always sends me like the list of every person that's in the market. There's like 82 different things here. It looks like.
Hey,
and I'm
randomly pick
supposed
one
to
every
read them
time.
all.
Randomly pick one every time. This is the Chris pick of the week.
Chris pick of the week. Get out there
Who do you got?
And check out Moonshine Mama
Moonshine Mama.
and her rainbow moonshine.
I love it. Moonshine Mama.
She better have rainbows on those bottles.
Come on, Mama.
Is that what you would do? Like if you were an artisan, let's say, like here's the thing.
What's that? What do you mean if I was an artisan?
If you had like a booth,
If I was, like an artist?
at one of these markets, like
As
you're
a
like
person
doing
who
handcrafted
person
things.
called an artisan?
I don't know.
you
I'm
said
going
it.
with it. I'm going with how
Okay.
he markets it. But let's say you're baking goods
Yeah.
or you're making like artwork or you're doing, I don't know, making a bench and you're selling benches, whatever they do.
Okay.
All these different things, right?
Making a bench.
Yeah, exactly. Making a bench. I'm rolling with
What
it.
you doing?
I'm
Making a
rolling-
bench.
Making a bench.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I make
All right.
benches.
All right. A bench maker.
Right. He better have a bench maker at this thing. Anyway,
Okay.
you're doing that. You go to a Pride event. You have to go out and get something to tie on all of your products, right? Like your bench.
You don't want to pander.
You don't want to pander.
But if you're going, I mean, yeah, it's finding that line between knowing your audience and
Because
pandering.
if you show up with nothing, people are going to be like, what's your problem?
But not everyone's going to go because it's a Pride event,
Okay.
right? It just happens to be a Pride event.
Okay.
You know,
I'm with you. I get it.
so I'm sure there will be some rainbow.
I'm gonna
things
go
there,
check it out.
But there's going to be some not. There'll probably be
Right.
some gray benches too, non-rainbow benches,
Non-rainbow benches.
and that's okay too.
That's
if you want to
okay.
be gray.
right.
You want to be rainbow.
There's got to be, seriously, I would imagine that, like, let's say 90% of the LGBTQ community loves rainbows. There's got to be 10%
Well,
that
it's
are
become
sick
like
of
the
them.
symbol of
There's
the,
got to be
of the
10%.
movement.
There's got to be 10% of them
That
who are like,
hates rainbows?
I hate rainbows, right?
Like the goth LGBTQ.
Just like there's White Sox fans that like to wear the alternative hats that are powder blue.
Yeah.
Like there's always somebody that wants to do
be
something different, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't imagine like the people that are like into goth that are also in the LGBT community.
Yeah, that
they
would be a
can't wear
problem.
rainbows.
Yeah, you cannot be a goth and wear
No.
a rainbow.
Not at all.
Yeah. But if you could, they have those products at SoundCloud.
And benches.
I guarantee you. I don't know if they
Moonshine Mama.
Moonshine Mama.
It's the Southside. It's the Southside. It's Southside Pod. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in to the Southside Pod. Y'all come back now, you hear?